So for the month of July, mid-June to late July, I have finished an insert, not a thick one, just a small one, and I've realized that I can make a video about it. So finishing an insert. So this is my first leather journal cover that I've ordered, and it's so chunky. It's such a nice chunky boy that I really love a lot. It's pretty thick because I put two inserts in there. One's a really big insert, it has 438 pages. One is a thinner insert, which has 128 pages. But they're both really lovely, and this is cream paper, this is regular white paper. They're all lightweight paper, that's why they are pretty thin. So this is a really good Lucky Charm that I put as my bandage, and it says more prosperity, less fat. Okay, so I've shown this before. This is a leather journal that I really adore, and it has a zipper pouch right here. I can carry things. There's some pockets. There's a pocket right here as well, so I normally put it in here, but I use this so often, so I just stick it in here. Anyways, this is what it is, and this is the insert that I have finished. I'm gonna show some pages, and this insert I've done maybe half. No, not half. Maybe 139 pages. So a third-ish, a quarter-ish. So I'm working on this. I'm recently trying to write down all the food that I'm eating here in this insert, but then turns out that this insert is not really, this journal is not really pocket friendly, so I can't really do that. I switched to another tiny baby journal for my daily health log and food log, and it's right here. This is it. It's much more portable, so I use that way more. Okay, but right now let's focus on this insert that I've just finished. So this is Krina paper insert. It's made by Spark Paper. It's this paper that they've came up with. It's also lightweight. I think it's 52 GSM, so it's pretty lightweight, and it's very and it holds watercolor very well as well. I didn't put any watercolor in here. I did put some watercolor in this smaller traveler size. This is A6 size, this is the traveler size. So I did put watercolor in here. As you can see, there's some watercolor grass, and if we flip to the back, there's absolutely no bleed through. And then there's some watercolor here as well, and the paper is just really crinkly. Lovely company and lovely paper. So this is gonna be a flip through of my journal. I wanted to fill this up with stickers, but I finished this journal before I could, so I guess I'll just leave it as it is. I began this journal by documenting the date, and then what I ate, and then my feelings. So as I was doing this, I was like, I have to write down what I'm eating. I'm not doing much exercising right now, so I must take care of what I eat. That's why I'm writing down. So in the beginning, I would say my print is very cute, lovely. I mean, just in case. It's actually quite small. And then I began to play with some stickers. So I have this pack of large cat stickers, and they're pretty big. So I was like, okay, maybe I should put them around stickers. So I put these stickers all around, and I try to make the stickers correlate with what I was doing that day, so that it does relate to each other. This is the end of my school year. So school year happens from September to June. So this was June, the end of June, and finally summer vacation came, and I was so happy. Right now I'm right in the middle of my summer vacation. I never wanted to end. Like I love my job, I love the kids, but I want to be on vacation forever. Like, what else is new, right? And these two stickers just perfectly encapsulated how I feel about not working, and I love it. I mean, I love my job because the kids are hilarious, but I would much rather not work and travel around the world. Like, I would do that in a heartbeat if I'm sure that I can retire. So there are some songs, lyrics that I've recorded, and they're I tried my hand at sketching. I mean, I can sketch quite well. It's just that this particular composition, I think I made a mistake in doing it. So it's not really. I mean, I should show some of the sketches. I mean, because the sketches in this book is pretty bad. This is one of the sketches that I did in my traveler's notebook. This is also one of the sketches that I did. So I can sketch. It's just that I didn't do much sketching. This is just completely when there are pages when it's completely words and there are no stickers is when I maybe had an epiphany of some sort, or I just have too much feelings and I have to write them all down. Like I don't have time or the strength or the will to do a pretty layout because I need to write it all down and I have so much to say. That was the case over here. I don't know what I was writing about though. Oh, it's probably because I had. Oh yeah. If a close friend of yours have done something horrible, would you be alright with it and follow them? In this case, this is what they did, and I just write down what they did, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Here is when I was on vacation, and I was writing about the museum, the local museums. I find that the local museum and history preservation is so interesting. I was on vacation in Yunnan. It's just a very lovely province. I found this sticker called Patience, and I was like, Patience. That's the song by Luke Chang, so I just wrote down the lyrics and I put stickers. Okay, so here's when I discovered circular writing. I find that writing in a different way or different direction really changes your mind, because as you're tilting your book, as you're writing, it forces you to think about what you're writing. I mean, when I'm writing regularly from right to left, it's just stream of consciousness. But when you're tilting your book, it forces you to be conscious of what your next word should be, because you have to move your hand all the time and make a conscious effort of thinking about it. So when I discovered circular writing, that was like, oh, I have to do that. Yeah, so I did another circular writing. I mean, some of these circular writings are really personal. I write about some of really, really personal things. Some of these are just really fun things about like notebooks, stationery, and I just kept doing circular writing. This is when I sort of created a character of my own and tried to write in her perspective and how it feels to be someone else. And this is when I try to use a thicker fountain pen and see if it would look better. And then I decided that no, I have to go back to a thinner fountain pen. So this is an M point fountain pen. This is an F point fountain pen. So this, when I do this, I realized that I could put stickers all around as I was writing as well. So I did circular writings and sticker writings. This is really cute as well, I think. Pew, 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 pew. This is when I try to translate a song from Chinese into English. And this is when I read that Jane Austen used to cross-write. So she would write in one direction and then write in another direction. So I was like, okay, let me try that. It turns out I would not recommend this because you cannot really read either directions. I mean, I think pen and paper were scarce back then. Like, the use of paper must be for rich people. It's because how else are you going to make paper? They have to make paper by hand. There's no industrial revolution yet, right? So, and sometimes when there are no stickers, it means horrible things has happened, and I felt horrible. And I quoted one of the shortest novel ever. Is it about Wilde? No, it's not Oscar. I think it's Hemingway, maybe. Yeah, who said baby shoes for sale, never used. 6-word novel, shortest novel ever. Yeah. And I try to write poetry, which when you're in a really polarizing mood, when you're extremely happy or extremely sad, creativity just flows right through. Because when I was very, very sad, I just write and write and write. When I'm very happy, I mean, I still write, but it's just about how happy I am, and there's not much going on. Like, oh, the trees are lovely, the fishes are lovely, there's a butterfly, yeah. I mean, there are beauty in goodness, but I'm still at the phase where I find sadness and forlorn unhappiness is so romantic. Perhaps it's only romantic when it happens to other people and you read about it. It's not romantic when it happens to me. And oh, here is something new. Here's when I started something new, because I got this book of stickers. Let me grab that book of stickers. And it's so cute. It is, I'm pretty sure it's made by AI, but yeah. But the stickers are essentially about farm life, like fruit stands, trucks, blueberries, fruits, various things, fruit trees, little houses. And as I was using them, I was like, this sticker book could be a story. Look at how lovely the sticker book is, right? I was like, this sticker book, it really is a story. Look at this house. This house can be a farmhouse. Look at the rain boots and the book and the camera and the pies and the cakes and the fruits and the pets. It just doesn't have people in it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make myself some people for the sticker book. So knowing this, I started using this. I was like, I'm going to put stickers on there and I'm going to write a story about it. So I named my little story called Blueberry Chronicles #1, because I was thinking that I would keep writing about it later. And it started with, in a large patch field across 100-acre woods, Winnie the Pooh reference, there lies a small fruit farm called the Blueberry Farm, known for its various delicious sweet fruits and most of all, you guessed it, blueberries. I was a Disney kid, yeah, so it does have that flair in it. And then I just keep writing about this character and her friend making lots of blueberry pies for the church picnic and the church charity, and they sold all their pies and then they mixed, and then it was the magical time. Anyways, that took 8 pages. Is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. Yeah. So I find that during times of turmoil and chaos, going back to the roots really grounds you and brings you comfort. So when I was working in a very chaotic school back in Beijing, and it was awful, 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 awful. The whole scenario, I mean, the whole environment was extremely bad. The teachers are leaving left and right, and the kids are just, oh, I feel so bad for the kids because the kids pay the tuition, like an exorbitant amount of tuition to attend the school, and it's mismanaged so badly that they just fire the principal and then fire so many other people, and then they needed teachers badly at the time, and the teachers just left. So during that time, I experienced so much, and there was like workplace bullying as well. I went home, and it was a dreary winter day back then, because Beijing is very cold in the winter, and I found myself reading Little House on the Prairie. And I was like, why am I reading this? I could be reading Shakespeare or Milton or something else in order to, or any other of the philosophers, in order to cleanse my mind and find the right path and the meaning to my life, and what it means to thrive in a chaotic environment. But I kept reaching for Little House on the Prairies because the language and the imagery that's been used is just delicious. Not only that, it's more like a childhood comfort. So when I read through the pages and I look back upon it, I was like, this is sort of my favorite time when I was reading Little House on the Prairie, when I was alone in my childhood room. And this brings me back comfort, and it grounds me, and it helps me to have the courage to go get up in the morning, go to work amidst the chaos, and try to do my job safely. It was such a horrible, awful time for my best friend and I, because my best friend, she was also working there. We went to that school together, and then now we are in Guangzhou. We're in the south of China, and it was much better. It became much better. Anyways, so by this point, the journal was pretty much wrapped up, and I was like, okay, let me do one last circular writing, and that was it. So the rest few pages are testing pages that I've used, trying to do a test of my, like a layout test of my habit tracker. And then I decided that I'd rather do it on thicker paper. Which brings me back to my next one, because this book is finished and I'm gonna keep this forever because it's so precious to me. It's only like a month and a half of my life, but it's just a lovely book. So it's finished, so I'm keeping it, but how I'm contemplating on what I need to do, what I need to write down on my next journal ecosystem. I could open up another one because I have like 40 of these on my shelf. I should open up another one, probably I should, but I long to use my big journal. As I was saying, I like to write fluidly, so this is my stories, like my insights, and these are the stories that I write them like this, horizontally, and the lines just kept going, and I love it. And it's just so smooth, and it's just a wonderful feeling. So I want to bring this with me every day, but I know that I don't have the space for it, and I want it to be portable. But it's not portable, it's so chunky. And in addition, I have this insert that is not lightweight paper. This is lightweight paper. This is also lightweight paper. Look how thin it is. But this is not lightweight paper. This is thick paper. So I like a variety of both, because when I write something very meticulous or very illuminating, or something that deserves to be kept and written down and not just drafts and stuff, I want it to be on thicker paper. So I really love this book. The only problem I have is that it is stapled. Right? It is not sewn like this. Like if you can see the stitches and the thread, This is really good. This is not that much. But still, the paper itself is amazing, so I really want to fill this up. And this has like 68 pages, so it's not nearly as much as this. So I want to get started on my daily journaling on this journal, even though it's not portable. I'll just try it once and see if I can fill up an insert, because often I go out, I was like, I want to continue on writing my story, but I don't have this book with me. I have this book with me, which I adore as well, but I cannot write stories in this A6 book because it's tiny. The thoughts just kept getting interrupted all the time. So I wish to have this book with me. And as I was writing, I kept looking online and saw all these precious tiny writing, and I thought, maybe I should try this out. And then I did try it out on the back. I was like, this is way too tiny. I'm fine with writing tiny, but I just need a really good pen. This is my Pilot Capless EF, and I'm sad to say that this has been with me for 6 months, and because I keep using it every day, it's not EF anymore. I mean, it's not fine either, but it is definitely not extra fine, because I cannot write as tiny as I used to write when I first got this pen, and I'm pretty sad about it. But I mean, no, I'm not sad. I mean, I guess I can go both ways. I'm sad that it's not really extra fine anymore, but I'm really happy that I've used this pen to the point that it has lost its original thinness. The ink flows so smoothly, and it's just an amazing pen, but it is not extra fine anymore. So I did this layout using the stickers I got. I want to try to be less like cutesy and more realistic and more mature, I guess, even though I don't care if I'm mature or whatever. It's just a really good amount of stickers, and the theme is really quite nice as well. So I did a pen test right here between these two pens. One is a Pilot 78G, one is Pilot Capless. They're both EF, and as you can see right here, pen thickness test, Pilot 78G EF, that's a new pen. Capless Pilot EF, 6-month-old. So you can clearly see the difference between the top and the bottom. The bottom is quite thicker and the top is thinner, but the top doesn't write as well as the bottom. So there's that. And as I'm writing this, I was like, when am I ever going to finish? Because usually when I journal, I can write like pages and pages a day. But yesterday, as I was journaling, I realized I can only do this. This took up the whole day. Can you believe? That's just incredible to me, because I write a lot, and spending so much of my time writing only one page is baffling. So I tried another layout, as in like I did my stickers and I tried to write every other line, not every line, because this grid is 2mm grid. If you can see it. What does it say over here? But this paper is 100 GSM, and it's very nice. Anyways, yeah. So I think I'm going to say goodbye to this book for a while, maybe a month or so, even though I really love it. And then I'll say hello to this book for a while. And then I guess for portability usage, I'll just bring these two with me, my big one and my small one. This is my workout journal. This is my regular journal. Yeah. Anyways, that is my, I also got a new pen case. That is my pen case. I'll have my stickers all inside. Yep. There you go. Here you go. So this is my journal layout for the next month. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Bye bye.